introduction. So just it.
No problem. We are live.
All right.
Okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I believe we are ready to roll. And I have with me my beautiful, always collaborative, ever ready coach Ojugo. And I will tell you a bit about her before we dive into what we have to do today. So, welcome everyone. This is Julian, and we are live. We are talking about one of the most important things that you need to know about in this time and season because of the way the world is going. So, thank you very much for joining us. If you see me look, I am looking at my phone. We are all mobile device users.
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are talking about how to supercharge productivity using AI tools. I'm not sure there is someone watching, whether you are live here or you're watching the replay, that you've not heard about AI tools. Even if you've not heard, just last week here, Meta AI visited all of us.
Mm,
And
that's true.
this is the best thing we should be doing now. So we learn how to use it to improve our businesses and any other thing we are doing. In fact, beyond business, we now use it in every shape and form. My name is Julian. I'm a marketing and social media teacher. I prefer to be called a teacher. And
That's
I have
nice.
with me today Coach Ojugo. And let me take time to actually read, in fact, not just coach, coach doctor or doctor coach.
All great.
All right. So Dr. Ojugo Ajunwa is the co-founder of Right Track Consulting. She's the chairman of Teach for Employability Skills Foundation. She is also a project management consultant, speaker, trainer, and online business coach. You can see that who we have here today is an all rounder. All right, so she helps you and other business owners in Nigeria, West Africa, and the world at large position, in fact, properly position your business to launch projects such as webinars, like we're doing here, online summits. You want something bigger, she's there for you. You want to launch an online course or a book, affiliate programs, challenges, giveaways. This is where she really, really can help you. And she loves to help business owners leverage technology tools. You know, we were not born with these things and we're trying to learn these things. And she helps you with strategies that will help you 10 times your visibility. A lot of us are hiding. Now it's like I'm actually teaching you her introduction, but I think is the best way to go. So a lot of us we have fantastic products and services, but people don't know we exist. So through her skill, the services she offers, she can actually help you gain visibility. And if you already have visibility, she can help you amplify what you have. She's the host of SME virtual conference. We call it SME VCon, okay, for small business owners and even large business owners, because there is a lot for us to learn. She's also the host of Remote Workers Annual Conference. If you are a remote worker, you're not in that community, you're missing out. She's also the host of Sprout Community and the host of Grow Time podcast. You want to grow, you need to go to Coach Ojugo. You can find her on Instagram and on LinkedIn. She also has a website. So welcome, Coach Ojugo. And if you're watching and you are watching later on, I would like you to just leave an emoji clapping for Coach Ojugo for making our time to come in here to share with us what she knows about how we can amplify productivity using AI tools. Whether we're talking about ChatGPT, we're talking about uh, Copilot, you're talking about the latest one in town, AI, Meta AI, whatever it is, we are going to learn from Ojugo. So over to you, ma'am. I'm sure you can fill in with
Thank
things
you
I did
so
not talk
much.
about.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much for that wonderful, heartfelt introduction. I'm so excited to be on your show, Fabulous Julian. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So, like we always do, please leave your comments. I would like to know where you're watching from. I'm doing this from Lagos, Nigeria, and Ojugo is in Abuja, Nigeria. Okay. I've known her for over 8 years now, and we've only met once. So you see what
Yeah,
technology can do. I've
can
met her
do.
only once because I
Mhm.
had to go to Abuja. We had a program together, but we've had sessions online. She's been on the First Bank Entrepreneur Showcase podcast 3 times, her husband twice, and
Wow.
we've done other programs online, and we've never seen apart from once. So, this is
Wow.
the power of technology and what you and I can do with this. So, our style for our sessions is basically interviews. So I'm going to ask her questions, and I will also love that you document some things you've heard about AI, the challenges you have, the pain points you have. I'm sure you have used them in the past, and maybe you have questions. Document them. There will be time for Q&A. So interview style, I will be asking Ojugo a few questions, and she will give us her feedback. And if you have questions, when it's time, please ask in the comments. So when you see me look at my phone, I'm looking at the questions, especially those that you have been asking me that I have documented, and I hope you will learn from this. So, Coach Odrigo, why should a small business in Nigeria, in West Africa, in Africa, consider automating parts of their business?
Beautiful. So, since man has been known to find better ways, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easier ways to do things. I'm sure we all know the story of the Wright brothers, that created the airplane. That is automating your movement from point A to point B. And like if you're going to Lagos from Abuja, sorry, if you're going to Lagos from Abuja, it doesn't take you 12 hours that you would have spent, on the road with all the beautiful roads in Nigeria, you know, going through all of that, and then you reach Lagos 12 midnight. No, the Wright brothers, thanks to them, you could travel, and in 45 minutes, 55 minutes, you've arrived your destination. So man has always been known to find ways, to make life easier. Then, of course, with the creation of cars, also there is the Henry Ford story of how he created the automobile, and it's moving us easily from one place to the other. Before, people used to use horses, you know, you go on your horse with your cat, to wherever you're going, and it takes a lot of time. But all of these things mean that man always looks for a better way. And automation, whether you're a solopreneur, you have a team, you're a large corporation, you want to have some efficiency, with how you do things. You want things to be faster, error free, and so on. And today's customer, is not the customer of the early 2000s or the
Mhm.
customer of 2010 or 2014. This is 2024 at the point of this recording. The customer today is so savvy. In fact, if they ask a question in your DM and you're not responding, they click over to the next person. So efficiency has to be there. It's not a nice to have anymore. People expect that even if they wrote you 12 midnight, something should be talking on your website. I'm sure we already know that. Something should be talking on your website so that they know, okay, they heard me maybe in the morning, rather than when there is nothing. That time, that period has gone. So what we should look out for is what can we automate, and handle with artificial intelligence, with some of these software and things like that. And that's what this conversation is really all about. So stay tuned.
All right, please stay tuned and get ready to ask your questions as well. So, Coach, if you are to define automation, if you are to define productivity, so we can actually connect both, what would be your preferred definition for automation and productivity?
Okay, automation is using a man-made tool to make something faster, better, and more efficient. Okay, more
Okay.
efficient, so that if it was taking 20 hours, it could take 10 hours. Then productivity is being able to do quite a number of things that move the needle, like the Americans will say, in your business. Things that move the business forward. They are productive tasks. I'm sure we all know that productivity stems from your goals. Once you're able to set your goals, you now have exactly what you're supposed to focus on. So that's where it comes from. If you're goal focused, from there you have the tasks, and then those tasks has to be done. And if you're not doing it properly, you're not achieving your goals, and that's what productivity is all about.
So your productivity stems from setting your goals and chasing your goals, because for you to know whether you're productive or not, it means you're measuring against what you have said you want to do. So you want to reach 20 clients in 1 week. You now decide, okay, I'm going to automate messages that come in, respond to them. So at the end of the week, you check what you have done. You will know whether you've been productive or not. So
Oh,
you mean that without goals, it will be difficult to talk about being productive because you are not measuring anything. All right,
because
fantastic.
goals again stem from your vision. There is a why, like we would always say, there is a why for doing what you do. So the first place is your vision, then it trickles down to your goals, then the tasks, and of course, as you accomplish them, you're accomplishing the overall vision long term.
Okay, so if you're joining us for the first time, we're talking about using AI tools to increase productivity or even start being more productive. And based on what we have said now, I would like you to leave in the comments if you've set goals for 2024 as at the time of this recording, or you didn't set a yearly goal, but you've set goal for quarter two, or you set goal for this new month. In fact, we just entered a new month, and like I tell people in my community, don't just go about saying we've crossed over into a new month, thank God, and you have nothing set that you are going to achieve. After thanking God, sit down and write down what you want to do, because faith without work is dead. So I would like you to leave in the comment, no shame, no forming, no pretense. That is my mantra. Leave a comment, yes or no. Did you set goal for the year or for the month or for the quarter? Let's know how we can help you. Okay, help is in the house. So please, can you give us examples of specific tasks or processes that business owners can easily automate, or business owners you've worked with as an expert have been automating? Let's learn from that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that very cogent question, because everyone is asking, what can I use AI tools for? In
Okay.
what area? And sometimes in our climes will think, oh, it's maybe the MTNs, or oh, it's the Dangotes, that should be able to do this. But every business of every size. Now, if you're not a brick and mortar business, meaning you're not just location dependent, and I believe most businesses now have some online aspects of what they do. I think there was a time that, you know, um, that wave was there. Everybody was excited to have an Instagram handle. Oh, I have a Facebook business page. Oh, I have a Google business profile. That craze was there, and all of that. And beautiful. But then to really run an online business is not how you run a physical business that you would
Yeah.
run an online business. There are so many processes, that are in there. So some of them could include, I'm sure we really know about bulk SMSing, short form messages that you're sending to phones. And guess what? Everybody picks up their phone. Sorry. Everybody picks up their phone, every single minute. I don't know about you, but in this part of the world, I think we may pick up our phone 100 times before it's 12 midnight. So once someone hears a message sent to their phone, what do you see? They want to read it. They are inquisitive. I'm not sure, even if you were pretending not to see, you would just leave whatever you're doing and, just take a peep at what it was and all of that. So things like that can be automated. And guess what? This automation thing is not new. So there are so many platforms out there that they were there before we started hearing of the big AI tools like ChatGPT, Cloud. Now there is Meta AI and so on. So there are tools that you could use, and you tell it, send this SMS message to these 500 people on Monday, 6th of May at 9:30 a.m. Once you do that, you set the message, you put the numbers, you put the calendar date and the time, and you hit submit. You can go and rest. Monday, 6th May, the message will go. That is automation. As simplistic as it sounds. So you're doing it when you have some free time. So that when you're really busy on that Monday, sometimes we procrastinate when, I'm in the bank, I can't send that message. Oh, I'm here, I can't do it. But automation can help you do it. So things like that can be, automated. Your email marketing, emails, people still read emails. I always tell people marketing, as you know, it's fabulous, Julian, is like a pizza pie. So there are so many different forms of marketing, and
Yes.
people have their preferences. That you don't read an email doesn't mean the other person doesn't check every minute. So that means email marketing you can automate. There are so many tools for doing that. Creating of your websites with AI, you can make a simple website in minutes. Okay, sorry, I'm looking into my paper because I don't want to miss certain key points.
Okay.
Chatbots, I'm sure we hear about chatbots. You can have your own AI agent, and you train the AI to answer questions because you pre-trained that chatbot. You fed that chatbot your business information. We're not talking about generic chatbots, that don't know what your business is about. So AI can help you train your AI chatbot agent such that if a customer arrives and is asking questions, your AI tool can handle it. In fact, can even close the deal. So you could do that. Things like, again, appointment scheduling. You could also do that with, I don't know how people underestimate Google, but Google has so many fantastic tools for SMEs, and they are all automated. So that means you could use the calendar tool on Google to schedule appointments. Like, it's a new month of May, it's quarter two. What are the meetings in quarter two? You could use it to book meetings with your customers, and it sends them reminders. So by the time you're doing this consistently, what do you see? Your business is becoming more efficient, is becoming more responsive. And you know, when I started, I said customers want things fast, they want it quick because they can just click their mouse and they are moving to someone else. You know, times without number, I find some of our customers, they're like, wow, you guys responded so fast. And they won't know it's not us, it's actually the tools that we put in place. You know, it could even be 12 midnight, I may be in Wonderland, you know, but a chatbot is answering a customer and takes note of the customer's emails, take note of the customer's phone numbers, so that during your working hours, then you engage with that customer. So those are some of the things, you know, that AI could do. And I remember a favorite um, influencer that I used to follow. He's late now. Ubon King. I'm sure you may have heard about Ubon King.
Yes.
Ubon King talked about us removing non-value added activities. You know, all these repetitive things we are focusing on, and those things you can push it to AI while you focus on those things that needs your human thinking, your executive presence to actually work. So I encourage us, is a good thing, you know, and as soon as you start it, you start reaping the benefits.
Awesome. Remove the repetitive things that you do. So even the scheduling features we have on our social media platforms can also
Beautiful.
be helpful. And these are even free. So spend 1 or 2 Sundays in a month and schedule things for 30 days, because those are repetitive, posting every day. So it posts on its own. You use that time to do something else that is executive focus. Thank you very much for that. So, what I just said now, I will say it again. On Instagram, on your Facebook profile, on your Facebook page, you can actually schedule posts for 30 days and it will drop based on the time you have chosen. You need that help, chat me up. I will share the video. I recorded it just a few days ago because people kept on asking me if it's possible. Yes, it is very, very
Yes,
possible.
possible.
All right, thank you. So, appointment scheduling tool, try Google. From what she
Google
had said,
Calendar.
we have
Yeah.
you can automate your SMS, your email, website. You can use chatbots. Can we also use automation on our WhatsApp responses?
Yes.
Because
Especially
that's where we spend
if
a
you're
lot of our time.
yes, if WhatsApp is your go-to tool, you know, there are tools, specialized tools like Wamation. I'm sure we've heard about, let me type that. I hope that can go in.
Wamation, W
Wam,
A,
yes. Like nation, but W
yeah,
A M A
MA,
T I.
Wamation.
Yes. And then there is Seslo, you know. So these are beautiful. I think I've
Kindly
dropped
spell.
Serlzo. So I'm doing Seslo and Wamation, a free promo. You know, so one
Okay.
thing about using their tools is that you could use it and use it as your entire sales funnel. You sell to the people in there, they buy the products inside your tools, you know, and it could help you. So that is for people that do a lot of, you know, especially digital products, because you know you may just be overwhelmed with handling. Let's say you did a launch and you now have 300 people, you may not want to do all of that manually. So these
Yeah.
tools can help you. And then on WhatsApp itself, there is your catalog. You know, your catalogs can be automated. I'm sure we already know Seller, Paystack, Flutterwave. Once you put an image of your product or service, you can put your payment link in there, and someone going to your catalog can just go. Maybe you're not even there, you know, they go in there, look for the product they want, click, it sends them, it shows them the link, they go pay, and a sale has been made. So your WhatsApp catalogs is underutilized by a whole lot of people, especially if you're using the WhatsApp for business. You must make sure you also use the catalog. And then your away messages, that's also automation at a certain level. You could set your away messages in such a way that it holds the customer. If they ask a certain question, he holds them. And if you do it, these things are not difficult to set up. In 20, 30 minutes, you can even set up a catalog of products, of 5 products, as far as you've set up your payment links, and so on.
Thank you. Thank you. And if you're getting value, you're just type exactly what you have gotten. Let's be sure that you are learning and you will implement. So just type what you have gotten. So, um, in your in the course of doing all these for business owners, have you had people experience challenges that you might even say, okay, they like the downside or disadvantages of using any of these automation tools that you have mentioned?
Okay. One is, sometimes you need to make the tool your own. So there is a learning curve, to using some of them. So first of all, if you do not have, sometimes people have tech phobia. So if you have tech phobia, you can't do everything yourself. Outsource, so that let it be done. The main thing is let it be done so that you can actually use it. So sometimes it's that learning curve of, oh, I want to do it by myself, that really takes a lot of time, of people. And then the change management of making your team use the tool. Sometimes people want to use what they are just used to, that manual process. But if you, even your customers, you need to teach. I always tell people, teach your customer how you want them to respond to you, because
To
some would say,
you.
my customer doesn't like it. Um they just like to chat with me on Instagram. I've heard that over and over again. And I'm like, even if they like chatting with you, you can't do that you can't do that and scale. You need some help, because you can't be there 24 hours. So these things would really help. So sometimes that, change, being able to really switch, it does something to the mind. And then, of course, if the person doesn't really like anything tech, and some of these tools, they've made it in such a way that it's not really high tech, it's now low tech. So you can easily learn them. A lot of them also have videos. That's why I always encourage people, YouTube. If you're a DIY person, use YouTube. I think there is video on everything in YouTube. It's just for us to
To
get,
search right.
search right and get what you need. So that's what I could say about that.
Awesome, awesome. So I want us to look at one key area where business owners always ask questions. Okay, we're talking about automation. We have heard that you can use all these AI tools for content. So my question is, many entrepreneurs find content creation very time consuming. The question is, can AI actually help with content creation? And if AI can you, just like you have given us the tools, can you actually guide us on the tools? And please, if you're watching, write down what she will share with us. I call her the productivity queen. She has lots of tools that she can
Okay.
release, and you just go and do the other bit of searching, testing them out, and seeing the ones that work for you. So, what
Oh,
tools can we use for content creation? Which one is the best? Just help us, give us some form of comfort so that we can move forward.
okay. So I think I missed something so important. You know, when I talked about Instagram and I said people love to chat on Instagram. Sorry, I'm going back a bit to the last one.
It's okay.
So when I talked about that, I mentioned that people, sorry. So I mentioned that people I mentioned that people like to type in the DMs, and weary themselves out. There is an automation that could help us. It's called ManyChat. Many,
Many
and then
chats.
ManyChat. Yes. So it's so simple to set up that even if you were using just one keyword. Sorry, finally our light has returned.
So if you're watching and you are a Nigerian entrepreneur, you shy away from doing things when there is no light. We do just do your thing. Let the show go on. Is the value you are adding that truly matters. So light or no light, don't let that phase you in any way. Do your stuff. When it's restored, just tell your audience and we move on. This is our reality. We shouldn't be
Yes,
shy about it. Our shows must go on. Thank
yes.
you for helping us see her beautiful face. So she said something about ManyChat
Okay,
automation
yeah.
for Instagram DM, and I'm going to type it in. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yes, so many chat can save you hours. Just like I was mentioning our website, some of us are using Instagram as, our business, as what our business uses to connect with customers. I know a lot of solopreneurs will be on this call, so that's why I said, let me talk about ManyChat. So, manychat.com, you can have a free keyword. You know how people write, people in the abroad, we see them do this a lot. After writing their post, their call to action may be um, type automation to get a lead magnet, a free gift from me, and all of that. And guess what? Instead of going to do that manually or going to your link in bio, because some of us also have so many links in bio, like 100, and then your people you want to say, oh, you must check for the link. You don't even tell us where the link is. Is it the fourth link? This is a pro tip. Is it the first link, third link, fourth link? And remember, time is of essence. One thing about social media is that it's fast paced and people are looking, people have so many things happening. They are seeing a pot of jollof rice being cooked, and you're also telling them to come for your lead magnet. So it's just better that they comment automation or whatever that word is, and once they do, the automation sets in motion without you doing any hand touch. Your hand is removed, the automation is working. So that's why I said, let me mention ManyChat. I don't know how I
Fantastic.
skipped that. Yes. So it really helps. And it will make your business look professional. The more professional your business looks, the better for you. Audience wants they want to trust the business before they actually do business with that business. So to your question, content creation. I think I saw where you posted, are you feeling the squeeze? And you put a lemon or orange somewhere. Are you feeling the squeeze of creating content? Do you know content is like, a cookie jar? You keep taking from it. Like same time 2025, you're putting, it's taking from you. It's taken from you. It's like that biscuit container. You're always putting your hand to take from it. So it's something that if your business is online, I'm sorry, you have to make content because that's how the algorithm would show what you do. That being said, how can AI help you? First of all, AI is at the stage where AI doesn't know anything. Let me put it that way. Let me start from that angle. AI doesn't know anything. You are the subject matter expert. for your business. You're the subject matter expert. So you're going to be training. It's just like how we train our staff and tell them this is how we work if it's First Bank. This is how we work at First Bank. I'm sure you guys go through training school before you
Yeah.
start heading to the shop, to the banking floor, if your job is customer facing and all of that. So you can't just hop onto maybe a chat GPT, a meta AI, cloud, co-pilot, list them, Gemini, and so on, and just type something generic, and it starts spewing out information. You just get what every other person would get. If you type the same thing as Mr. X, I hope this has made it very visual. If you type the same thing as Mr. X, you're going to get the same thing Mr. X would write. And what would we find on the internet? We'll find 10, is it 10 green bottles standing on the wall? you know, it told, is it, I've forgotten my primary school or nursery school rhymes.
Rhymes.
Yeah. Let me ask my daughter, is it 10 green bottles or 12 green bottles? Where everybody is the
It's
same.
looking
There
alike.
is no uniqueness. In fact, the content has even Kukuma lost your voice. It's sounding robotic, and that's not what you want. So for me, I've come to realize that there are so many questions you need to feed the AI with, to teach it about your business. So I will list four in here, and at the back of the room, you can contact me, in a longer session, because it really does take a lot of um, soul searching and, questions that you need to ask the AI to, that now has a memory. AI tools now have memory. So that means they can recall what you asked them before.
Previously.
Yes, and I think these things we call them tokens, So there you can also ask a certain list of questions at a given time. You can't ask it everything. So now, out of that 20 questions, I have four. You could ask the AI to ask you, what is the primary mission of your business? So these are questions you're feeding it with, to ask you, what is the mission of your business? Maybe you've given it, you tell it, oh, the name of my business is, I'm located in, and you need to also talk about your location. Because if you want it to give you things that are Nigeria or Ghana or Kenya related, you must tell it where your audience is. Do you understand? If not,
Yeah.
it will give you the American language. Remember, it's the Americans that created that created it. So who has felt that before? Where you're asking it is telling you American stories, and you're like, my audience can't relate with this American, kind of a thing. So you must make it understand the mission of your business, what specific services or products you offer. So for the products you want to promote, you need to teach it the name, what the product does, and then very important, who is your ideal client? You must have done this research. So you're teaching the AI tool, this is my ideal client, a busy mom living in Lagos, Nigeria. She doesn't have 2 hours. For me, maybe because I'm a coach, she doesn't have 2 hours to launch her new book. She wrote a book, but she doesn't have 2 hours in a week to put in to launch her book. So again, you describe the demography, you describe her attitude, you describe what her pain points are. Pain points are really what keeps people awake at night, or even her passion, his or her passion. What is the passion that that person may want your service for? What problem will that service or product solve for them? So you're teaching AI, that, oh, these are the things concerning the audience I'm creating content for. And then you need to think about your sales funnel, like we would call it, the three sections, making them aware. So you teach it to create content that makes my audience aware that they even have a problem. Then you could also teach it, please create content that nurtures my audience, and really explain some of the benefits of what I'm giving them. And then the third part, conversion, content that would make them want to buy. And then you're not going to get the generic stuff that I told you about, the is it 10 green bottles, that everybody gets. So now it becomes unique to your
To
brand.
you.
So when you get it trained properly, and you have to be patient with training it. I know everybody says AI is fast. By the time you do PAM, it has typed everything, but can you really use it? So that's why that training has to happen. So for you to get amazing outputs, you must wear the cap of a subject matter expert, teach it what to do, and then it gives you the outputs you need in a shorter time than if you did it manually. So what it really, really does, what AI does is not to think for you, is to give you the outputs with the inputs that you fed it. I hope somehow that has made it clear.
Yes, it has. It has.
Okay.
So, what are the tools we can use to create content? You have told us how what to impute, but what
Mhm.
can you give us some of these different tools? And it's like every day we wake up, we are finding new. Everyone is they're just producing and churning out lots of apps or tools that can
In
help
fact,
do
yeah.
specific things. So, what tools can we use for content creation?
Thank you for your question. Now, the Zuckerbergs of the world, the LinkedIn owners, in fact, every platform you go to now has an element of AI in it. Who has noticed? Raise a
I
hand if you've noticed. So even LinkedIn, you may just be there, you're like blank. I don't know what to write today. And that's not a good approach to creating content anyway. But if you just go there, you see, let AI help you. And once you give it an idea and click, it just creates something that you could output. But I don't suggest that way. You must have what you have thought of, in your mind, the direction of your content before going there. So all those tools, Facebook, I think it was last week. Was it last week? Meta
last
AI,
week
I think it was
Meta
last week.
AI.
So yes, that there's a blue ring, that you started noticing. If you've not updated your Facebook, you may not get it. So go to your app store, update your Facebook, update your Instagram, and you will see that round app. I think when you go to explore on Instagram, you'll be able to see that blue
The blue ring.
circle. Yes. So you could go in there. There are beautiful tools. You could prompt it. So how these tools work is that you need to prompt the tool. And like I said, there are certain questions that would train it to give you the right output. Not, oh, give me three examples of, you know, because it doesn't know your business, doesn't know you live in Nigeria. It will just give you maybe something a New Yorker can use, information that works well for a New Yorker. Meanwhile, you live in Asaba. So remember, mention your location, mention your location, mention your culture if possible, and all those nuances, those little things that make us human, so that when it creates it, you can use it. So there is Meta AI, there is Chat GPT. I think I'm dropping that in there. And a very intelligent tool that a lot of us don't use as much is Cloud.ai. So you're getting beautiful information. Please go and sign up on cloud.ai, CLAUDE.ai. Then, of course, there is Microsoft Copilot. You must have a Microsoft.com account, to also be able to access it. So when you go in there, the language of AI, artificial intelligence, is that you need to prompt it. That's why I was talking about training the tool. So if, for instance, you want to write about 3 myths, behind why your Instagram handle is not growing, And then you teach it that your Nigerian audience are the people listening. This is the pain point of your client. Guess what? It will give you the context that works for you. And when you get an AI output, always read through. Please do not do drag and drop. Sometimes it has a disadvantage. It can hallucinate. You know how people, when they hallucinate, they say anything that comes to their their mind. AI is not perfect. It's getting there. So sometimes it could hallucinate and give you fake, or not fake information, um, information that is not fact checked. So that means when you even get it, still do your edits, still add your voice. And another thing I would add here is when you ask it to give you an output, you could describe your voice. If you're always making your audience laugh, if you're a fun person, if you sound very professional or very bold, I'm sure you'd notice some people's content. Some even their content sounds wicked, but guess what? That's what their audience likes. Their
Yeah.
content sounds very wicked, they are stern, they're even warning their audience. So you will tell ChatGPT that this is how I am. Oh, I'm very wicked with my audience. I'm just kidding around, So I want you to sound wicked, rub that pain point in, make it pepper them, like we say in Nigeria, pepper them, so that the person comes out and does what I want them to do. I think that's called in psychology, it's called neuro-linguistic programming. A lot of marketers use that language. So if you're telling ChatGPT to create, you need to teach it that this is how I sound, because it will make your content, it wouldn't even sound like your brand anymore. So I just decided to add that bit. You could tell it your tone, how you sound with your audience, where your audience lives, what their problems are. Then you start getting the results that work for you.
Great. Great. Please, I didn't get the spelling of is it cloud AI? C
C
what?
L A C L
UDE.
A Claude, not
Oh,
Cloud.
cloud. Oh,
Claude,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
CLAUDE dot
UDE
AI. Yes,
dot AI.
yes.
All right. So I've added that as well. So thank you. So we have Meta AI, Chat GPT. We've heard about Chat GPT all this while, and I know some of us have not even tried using it. Don't let things elude you. The things that you didn't do before COVID-19, they are affecting you now. Don't let it happen again, whether you like it or not. I will not say it will stay forever. I will not say it will not stay,
Mm-hmm.
but live in the moment. Be alive when your mates are alive. Don't let them be telling you the story later. Maximize the moment, dive into it. And if you hurt yourself, nurse your injury and move on. You are not the first person and you will not be the last. But
Mm-hmm.
don't shy away from these things. They are not evil, they are not devilish. Use it for the
Oh
right
my goodness.
things. Stop running away from technology. Technology is not devil. It is not Satan. Use it for your marketing and move on. Some people might be using it for the wrong thing. Stop looking that way. Look this way. Look at it from the good side. Let your perspective about these things change. She has shared a lot. Come, feel free to come back and watch this video. Write down the names, the tools she has listed. Just start with these ones. Stop looking for what is not looking for you. Start with these ones, test them out, look for the ones that work a lot better than the other. It depends. So what I do is I can ask ChatGPT a question, the same question, I pick it, I put it in Copilot, and I will now take it, I put it in Meta. I will get
Beautiful.
That's it can never be the same. So you pick from here, pick from here, pick from here, and you come up with something that really makes sense. You can tell it to tell a story for you, just guide, and it will write a story, copy it out, put it in your Word document. I will say this here. Don't just live on your phone. As a business owner, make an effort to get yourself a laptop so that you can work with ease, release your hand from this small screen, work on a larger screen. Okay. And one beautiful thing about Copilot that I've discovered is it stores more information for you. Everything you have said, you can go back and they are there,
And
and it will
get them.
even give you options. ChatGPT 3.5 or so doesn't do that, but um, Copilot will also ask other questions, and that forms content for you. So I have used um, AI tools for content. It works if you know what you are searching for. So you are the one, you are its manager, it's your staff.
Mhm.
Some of us are one man army. So you have staff, you can hire, in fact, you are not even paying them, you only buy data. So you can hire these three people and they will
Yeah.
do all sorts. I've also tried it out. So I'm asking the tool to give me 30 days prompt for um, not social media posts. I just want to share tips. Give me something, quotes for 30 days for business owners. I also asked, give me quote for employees. I wanted something I share on my personal profile at work that can just get people loving my account and all that. So there is a lot you can do. Think, pour it in there, and let it help you create what you want. It's so easy. But I think I will have to say that it can be very, what's that word? Um, it
It
can
can be
just carry
very immersive and carry you
you.
away.
It carry you away.
Yeah.
You will keep asking questions, you will keep going. But the beautiful thing is
Yeah.
you will enjoy it. You will love it. It will help you. But don't forget to come back wherever it carries you to. Don't forget to come back. So please start putting together your questions. I still have a few questions, but before I go on, I would like to ask, do you have trainings or events, workshop? Because you can't learn all these things at one sitting. So do you have resources that people can actually buy, because we are all still learning? I always compare this to social media. Social media came out a while ago, and a lot of us, we are still learning it. There is always something new. So do you have workshops, training, books? What can we get from you that will help us with this AI tool journey?
Okay, so before I go there, there was a question you asked. You said, what types of content can AI make for you? I think that it was the question you asked, and you now
Yeah,
added this.
please.
So let me start from there. So
Okay.
tools like Cloud AI that she has highlighted here, they have that. There is an attachment. If you notice, when you go to Cloud AI, there is an attachment sign
Icon.
icon. So that means you can actually tell it to read a document, summarize this document, or read my writings. Maybe you've written certain blog articles, and all of that. So you want it to read it and understand how you sound. Okay, so that's
Hmm.
part of that training. So before you tell it to, oh, make YouTube videos, make a YouTube video script for me. I have a YouTube interview or a podcast script. Oh, I have a podcast. It needs to know what your old podcast was like. So that means you could get your transcripts and attach. And if you're using ChatGPT 4.0, 3.5 doesn't have that icon, but
Feature.
4.0, yes, has that feature, so you can attach documents to it. And if you're also using 4.0 and you don't want to type, you can actually use your voice, and it still understands you and gives you your outputs as typed information. So you see, there is ease of usage. So on to what you could use it for, you could use it to script lead magnets. Maybe you've surveyed your audience and you need to understand what lead magnet to even create for them. Sometimes you have so many choices. So you could put that your survey result, attach it in there, and ask it, for this my audience survey, what do you think is the best lead magnet? I'm just using that as an example. For this type of audience, it will give you the best answer. So those are those mundane things that you could use the tool to actually do. So you could use it to script your lead magnet. You could use it for scripting YouTube videos, your podcast. You want to write copy. Copy is what sells what you have. You could also teach it to write your copy in a certain method. We have so many methods. Someone says it takes your time without your knowing. Yes, exactly. So there are so many marketing methods. So you could tell it that this is me, this is my product, this is what it solves. But I want you to write a copy, something I can use to promote this product. And you mention the method. There are so many methods. I don't want to go into that technicality. And guess what? It will write it for you. It will write it in such a way that when people read it, they are ready to bring out their cards and pay for your
Make
service.
payment.
So those are some things you could use it for. Email sequences. You have emails that nurture your audience. You could give it to ChatGPT, but tell it exactly what you want it to create. And it does all of that. If it's a 12-part email sequence, it can do all of that quickly. It can help you with your content calendar. Oh, I want to know what to post for the next 30 days. This is what I'll be selling within that 30 days period. It will create things that match what you're trying to sell. So those are some of the things. And to get more information, I have a book titled AI Tax Delegation. Why did I title it Tax Delegation? So that you know that this is your assistant. This is your virtual assistant. It could do so much than even a human assistant can do if you use it well. So my book, you can get it. I think I will send the link, and by the time you're sharing that, they can get it. Is on Seller. You can easily get it, soak up this information, and practice, practice, practice. As you practice, you will get better. I remember when ChatGPT came out in December of 2022. I was like, wow, what is this? Because of course, everybody has some tasks that are too mundane, that take up a lot of your time, and you find out that you start procrastinating. But by the
Yeah.
time you start using it, you'll get a hang of it, and you will start seeing the results. So that's what I would add there.
Thank you very much, Coach Ojugo. And let me also add that, sometimes we are like Oliver Twist. By the time we start enjoying what AI tools will be doing for us, we will ask all forms of questions. Please don't overwhelm yourself, because when you have loads, I'm talking from experience, when you have a lot of things you have asked it to create, you will not have so many that you don't even know where to start posting from. So
So
take
bit by
what you
bit.
need per
Yes.
time.
Yes. And then
So
have somewhere you can store it, store the
yes.
information so that you can easily go there, pick, and use.
So I encourage, use your phone notepad. Copy whatever it's when you prompt it, the response, copy it, place it in your phone notepad, edit it, and use. And you can come back and even tweak what you have, ask again, take the response. It makes your work more interesting. You see all these ones, oh, Julian, I don't know what to post. Use your virtual assistant. Use your virtual assistant. This thing works. It does, I will just use the word, it does magic for you. If you ask the right questions or you put in the right prompts, you will have value for the time you are going to save. I guarantee you, you will come back to this, come to the comment section to say thank you. Just practice. And she has told you she has a book. Now let's learn to invest. Everything cannot come as a free session. Get the book, practice what is inside the book. Don't shy away from investing in your business. If you don't, who will? You want to make more sales, you want to reach your target audience. Now you have access to a tool that will help you. Now, I cannot teach you everything. That's why I will bring experts, and these experts know your pain points. So they've created the things that will help you. Buy this book, use it, and teach these tools, these AI tools, what exactly you need so that you will get the result. If you are buying the book for 10,000, I'm just saying, I know, I think I've seen the cost is not up to that amount. The value you will get from this book between now and December, I guarantee you, is chicken change. So look at the return on investment for you when you are making investments, of this kind of investment in your business. The time you are going to save, sometimes we are not able to even add that to our costing. You don't have staff. Even the ones you hired, you are complaining about them, but you will never complain about your AI tools, except you are not giving them the right things, so they can't give you the right information, the right information that you're looking for. They don't tell you they are tired. They don't tell you that they are sick. So look at the value, look at the result if you do it well. So I encourage you, get this book. You can reach Coach Ojugo on Instagram, just coach underscore Ojugo. She's also on LinkedIn. You can just ask me to give you her link. If you don't get it, I will also add it to this video so you can reach out to her. I don't teach what she has done. Yes, I use the tool, but she's an expert in this space. That's why I tell us that one marketing coach cannot teach you everything. I'm in my space. This is her own space. I cannot tell you to come. I will teach you how to do webinars, how to do your challenges, how to host virtual conference. That is her space. That is her expertise. Mine is different, but it still falls under marketing. Yes, we will share the book. Definitely we will share. Also follow her for her tips. If you are a remote, you take on remote jobs, please endeavor to join her community. Just ask anything, she will be able to guide you. I mentioned, I call her the productivity tool, the productivity queen. That is her space. There are lots of tools, and I also encourage you to go and listen to the recordings we've done in the past where she talked about a lot of tools that will help you beyond AI tools. So please invest in what will help your business grow. This is just, we've not even gotten to the half of the year. A lot of us are complaining about our team members or even getting the right talent. The best talent you can get right now for what we have discussed is the AI tool that she has mentioned. Content is a big problem. Hire your AI tool. She mentioned ChatGPT, Cloud AI,
Then
Microsoft Copilot, even
Meta
Google,
AI.
Google, Google, Google. Use your smartphone as a smartphone. You will get
Yeah.
it. And don't forget, whatever you get, put it on your phone notepad. Edit it. Don't just copy and paste. Okay. I hope we had a good time. I can see some comments in here. um, your virtual assistant ask the right question and put in the right prompts. Yes. Learn to invest, buy resources to help you upscale your business. Fantastic. Yeah, we have. Kindly share the book. Yes, we will. Mention the name of the book again, please.
AI tax delegation.
AI task
AI
delegation.
tax
Kindly share
delegation.
the link to the book. You will get that in the comments. And if you are in the community, you also find it in there. I'll put everything in there so that we can move forward, and we look forward to hearing how you're using them. Come back to this video, leave your comments, leave your feedback, and if you're watching it, even if it's after months or years that you get to watch this, leave your comment. Let's know that you got value for the time you spent watching this video. Thank you very much, Coach Ojugo, for joining us.
Thank you
We
for having
appreciate you.
me.
Yes, it might not look like you mentioned a lot of tools, but the ones you have mentioned, let's go and use. We'll come
Yeah.
back for more. You know, we'll
Mm.
always come back for you because there are lots of things we need to
Oh
do,
God.
different things in business. So when we need you, definitely we'll love to have you come back here. Yes, she's a productivity queen. Thank you, everyone that has
Thank
joined.
you very
We'll see you in another session. I will always bring experts that will help you um, learn something new. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe and also turn on the notification button. So when I go live with experts or go live alone, you are able to know when I am live. We see you in another video. I remain Fabulous Julian, your marketing and your social media teacher. Bye, everyone.
much. Bye bye.